There's been a lot going on with NowThatsTv today. So it's been Fly 9 versus Kashmere, Isaiah going off on the network. Let's get into it. So it started with Kashmere going live basically, and then also making a series of Instagram posts calling out Fly 9 and saying basically that she's no, obviously Kashmere said that she's no longer going to Mean Girls, which is filming tomorrow, I believe. The reasoning she gave as well was that her South Central Baddies reunion check, basically, it wasn't to her satisfaction, because she was told by Isaiah, who was the executive producer of the show, South Central Baddies, that she was going to get £10,000 for the reunion. When she saw her contract now, it said 7,500. Isaiah has now said that, he clarified on his story afterwards and said no, he didn't tell her that. He told her that basically they were going to give her between 8 to 10,000. Obviously, they ended up giving her less than that. She got 7,500 for the reunion. So she said she's no longer going to be doing any of his shows, F him, whatever, because obviously he's never right with the money. Like, he'll tell her one thing, then her check will be completely different. And obviously no one's subsidizing the rest of that. So she's like, I'm not doing this anymore. So she went on live basically and also made a series of Instagram posts and basically highlighted that, don't know why Fly Nine's coming, doesn't know why Raja's coming, and doesn't know why Fiji's coming, because she's their only storyline and they have no other fades in the house. And they're basically, they don't, whatever. They don't basically, she don't need them. And obviously they are not going to make up the show because that's the only good fade that they had. Fly Nine then responded and said, off the wake up, she's going to get Kashmere. She then makes a series of posts and calls out Kashmere. Obviously, Kashmere did make another post as well and highlight that Fly Nine should have, basically can't even get up with her because she barely got up with Ivory, and alleged that Fly Nine was knocked out by Ivory. Fly Nine goes on her Instagram and also goes live as well in the highlights and says, no, I was never knocked out by Ivory. And obviously Ivory was also like putting BTA with you. So why are you even talking for whatever? Then she also highlights that Kashmere has no clothes, mentions her situation with her dental issue. Like, obviously she's lost a tooth and then her teeth are decaying and so forth. Then she also highlights as well, like, look at my wardrobe. You only just started getting these shoes. I got these shoes months ago, blah, blah, blah. Then she also highlights that, if you come to the house, I've got a GUN, because obviously Kashmere also said in one of her stories that they're both in Vegas basically, or whatever it is, so she could basically meet up and they could run the fade for free, bear in mind when they could have run the fade on TV and got some money. So she said basically that, yeah, we're not basically gonna run the fade. If you come here, basically I've got a GUN and I'm gonna put you down. Then obviously Fly Nine's girlfriend also added on and said, oh yeah, she's got 3 bullets with their name and all this other stuff. I'm like, cool. They carried on going on basically saying that Kashmere has nothing, she's worthless, blah blah, and that, how is she copying her stuff in regards to, like, I think Kashmere said that Fly Nine's copying her and also Pressure. And she said, how am I copying her when basically I have my original lingo anyway outside of that, and I give confessional stuff anyway, like in regards to like her confessionals go viral and blah blah blah. The issue with Isaiah now, he's basically going off on the network saying, he's tired of the network, he's tired of the cast, because obviously he announced the cast and then half of the cast now saying they're not coming. ManMan has just said that he's no longer coming to the show anymore. Kashmere said she's not going either. Kashmere also highlighted that Ayana said she's not coming either, because obviously Isaiah's telling everyone that, oh yeah, these people are still coming, but then obviously on the back end, they're telling Kashmere something different, because Ayana said she's not coming to Mean Girls unless Kashmere's coming, so that fade is out of the way as well. There's other boys that have dropped out as well and said they're no longer interested, so obviously he's just had enough with the cast not working in his favour, because I think with Isaiah, even though he is very smart with the shows he creates and stuff as well, he also is very messy as well, and obviously I get that's a part of it as well, just like with Natalie Nunn, she's messy with baddies. But his thing is a manipulation thing as well. So he'll get in people's heads like, oh yeah, let's run that fade, let's get these people on Instagram live to start arguing. You run a fade, you're barely getting paid anything. Then you wonder why people don't want to go back again. But obviously it's also down to like a cycle of financial literacy as well, because these people aren't really educated on how to get their finances together or their money together. So they end up having to do multiple shows just to kind of keep up. Because if you even look at Kashmere's story or what she was posting today, or since she's left South Central Bank, because she said she hasn't even got her check yet for the reunion, so she's spending whatever money she has. She's buying designer items, she's buying all sorts of stuff, and she's apparently in an Airbnb. But what's going to happen after she leaves the Airbnb? Because she's technically homeless, because she's left Isaiah's house now after living there for like, not rent, I didn't believe it was rent free, but she was barely contributing because she didn't have any money. And she was living there with her partner who also didn't have any money.